What's up, guys? We are back once again, and we are finally going to be discussing the latest episode of Eden Zero, episode 24. So you guys already know the plan. If you guys have not seen the episode, go ahead, click out the video, go watch it, and then come back and let me know your thoughts. But if you did watch the episode, what were your thoughts about it? I'd like to know down in the comments down below. Now, this episode was absolutely insane because it, of course, leaves off right where it normally left off, where Shiki is battling Madame Curie, going through the city, and he's trying to figure out how to beat her. And then he finally figures out, okay, since I can't use my ether gear the way I want, let me go ahead and do this. And basically what he does is that he makes his gravity a lot more on the ground, and they break through the beneath the city, which is where the labor district is. And when this happens, he keeps saying that he's going to bring Madame Curie to Homura. That way they'll be able to be reunited somehow, whether or not they want to see each other or not. She keeps giving Shiki a lot of problems due to saying that, oh, children like you don't understand, due to the fact of, you know, it doesn't matter, that I'm going to get what I want and you're not going to stop me. So they keep going back and forth. And we also see where Weiser is trying to cover himself because he's naked out in public, and he's trying to tell everybody, like, hey, give me some clothes, and that way I'll be able to help you guys. And he asks Rebecca for something, but she's like, no, I gotta change as well. So one of the soldiers that are in the rebellion basically tells them, hey, go to the armory, you'll be able to find you some new weapons as well as be able to put on some new clothes. So what we see is, we go back and forth, we go back to Shiki, and he's still fighting Madame Curie, and he figures out a technique where he's able to fight and able to put a punch in without using his ether and sacrificing his arm, but he's still able to fight. So what we see is, of course, I found this to be really funny, because we see where Rebecca and Weiser's getting ready, they're getting on new clothes, and then as soon as Rebecca is about ready to grab her new weapon, since Happy is no longer able to function because of his power levels, we see a huge change in Rebecca. We see where she starts fighting Nino after having to fight against him, and they have this argument of he has no choice, but he has to do this and he has to do that because of what Madame Curie is. And so he starts fighting Rebecca, and Rebecca is figuring out that she has no chance against him. But then she remembers something rather interesting in the episode. What she remembers is that she starts remembering the fights they had previously with the Time Oracle, and she starts realizing that the Time Oracle knew about Valkyrie was going to die, and they'd be battling familiar foes that they fought in the arena. So she starts using that to her advantage, and somehow or other her own ether gear is born, and she starts using it to somehow to go back in time and be able to see what she's doing, and she's able to leap back forth. And this ether gear is called Leaper, so she's able to use her legs, go extremely fast, be able to jump distances, and possibly rewind time because of how fast she is. So that was actually pretty cool. She's able to use it, be able to battle Nino, be able to beat him as well. And then even Weiser's like, what happened? And she's like, well, I have ether gear now. And he just kind of looks at her. She says, yeah, I'm extremely fast and I'm able to do this, so I'm going to call it Leaper. Then we see the Time Oracle say that she's now discovered it, and this power may be able to help them save the universe at some point. Then we go back to the soldiers. They're trying to battle everybody, and when this happens, we see where Homer is still, you know, mourning the loss of Valkyrie, and she's trying to get up, and she's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and how am I going to go on? And then she remembers what Shiki and Rebecca told her, to just keep pressing forward, to keep fighting, to keep going. That's who you are. And what we see is, right when she's about ready to get up, she can't move. She says, I have no power in my limbs. So, of course, we see the so-called warden show up, and he's able to use his drugs from his whip to be able to have her go down even further, due to the fact of she's unable to move, and he's making fun of her. He's making fun of Valkyrie, like, you know, what's the deal between you two? And he says, oh, master. And then what's really interesting is that he just keeps on insulting her as well as Valkyrie throughout the remainder of this episode. And what we see is that he gets enjoyment of course, torturing everybody, but what's really interesting is that there's a part where he actually takes the head off of Valkyrie, and it pisses off Homura so bad, where she uses the secret weapon that we never got to see from her before, but we actually get to see it through the eyes of actually what she almost did with what Valkyrie did for one of her moves that she did while protecting all the soldiers, and it was extremely badass, man. I mean, I was not expecting this, and she is able to make all these swords in the air and just attack this guy, and when she does, she's able to be able to attack him, and it's, of course, that ain't working, but then he slowly realizes that that was not the reason why she was doing that. It was the reason why she could get the sword out and be able to use it, because he ties her up behind her back, and then as soon as he does that, he realizes that the sword is no longer there, and then when that happens, the sword goes right through him, is able to make the killing blow. And then she hears Weiser and Rebecca, and she says, "Are you guys there?" She says, "Yeah, can you untie me?" So she's able to untie her, and then she finally tells them that it wasn't, you know, my master saved me one last time, but it wasn't just me. It was, you know, myself and you guys and the words you gave me, and so I know I can keep moving forward. And that's how the episode ends. So I think we are getting close to the finale of the season, unfortunately. I would say maybe about 4 or 5 more episodes. I'm not exactly sure how many more we have left. I know Digimon is going to be the very last tonight as well, so that will be up for you guys tomorrow morning. But overall, I just keep loving Eden Zero. I'm very happy that Rebecca now has Ether Gear, and she's, of course, giving the credit towards the spa that she kept on bathing in for so long. So again, I'm enjoying it. I think this episode of Eden Zero, the last few episodes, has been absolutely incredible. Has been really on the edge of everyone's seat, and I can't wait to see more next week. And I have to say, Rebecca really stole the show in this one. This one, like last week, I think Homura, or no, it was Weiser, and then before that it was Homura, and then before that it was Shiki. So again, Rebecca had her time to shine in this episode, which was absolutely amazing. I think it was about time. And now that probably next week we're going to have Shiki do something different as well. So what did you guys think about the episode? Did you guys enjoy it? Overall, let me know what your thoughts are about it down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Leave a big fat like on the video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel out. It helps you guys out so you're able to see it. And also share the video. Also click notifications so you guys are notified every time I upload. And I'll see you guys on the next one.